you're very welcome to this presentation on the Higher Diploma in Arts, Politics and Society. My name is Lisa Walsh. As some of you know, I've met you downstairs, and I work and I teach here in the Centre for Adult Learning and Professional Development. My subject area is political science and sociology, and it's a subject that I have a huge interest in and a passion for. And I suppose that's one of the reasons why I was so delighted to see politics and society being offered as a Leaving Cert subject on the curriculum. Interestingly, the first cohort of politics and society students sat their exams this afternoon, and so we wish them every success in the results for that. I suppose this programme is very much an interdisciplinary programme, and it was designed in conjunction with the School of Political Science and Sociology, ourselves here in CALPD, and the School of Education. I suppose we're very fortunate here in NUIG that we have a school that's devoted to both politics and society through the subjects of political science and sociology. We've got a very active and very dynamic centre for adult learning and professional development. We've got the School of Education, of course, and we also are home to the Irish Centre for Human Rights. So I suppose we feel like we're in a very unique position in NUIG to offer a programme like this, and we're delighted to be the first university in the country to be able to do that. So the programme, I'd love to take all the credit for the programme, but the programme was actually designed in response to the needs of the secondary school teachers, the Phase 1 teachers who are currently teaching the politics and society subject, and the number of teachers that contacted me directly from 2016 to 2017 seeking out a qualification in political science and sociology to support the work that they were doing in the classroom. So essentially they're looking for the theoretical infrastructure to support the work that they were doing. And a big part of the work that we do here in the Centre for Adult Learning and Professional Development is responding to the needs of individuals and communities, the individuals and needs of communities that sustain us as a university. And so this is one of the reasons why I designed this programme, to respond specifically to the needs of those teachers who were ringing me, asking me for something like this. So this is very much a bespoke and tailor-made programme that responds directly to the 4 strands of learning that are identified on the curriculum. Sorry, darling, no. Thank you, Bonnie. So these are we've just gone one slide too far. So these are the 4 strands here, and some of you will be familiar with those strands: power and decision making, active citizenship, human rights, globalization, identity, and localization. And so you'll see the modular content that I talk about will correspond directly to those 4 strands of learning on the curriculum. So the course modules that we have here, the first one, I'm just going to take you through, I won't go into too much detail, but I'll just take you through an overview of what the modular content involves. The first module is my own module here, Politics and Society, Origins, Concepts and Practice, and that's a 10-credit module. And this module really examines the main factors which led to the sociology as an academic discipline. It also examines the main classical and contemporary theorists that are involved in sociology. It provides a context, I suppose, as well, for the emergence of modern-day politics, particularly modern-day liberal politics, and it introduces students to many of the key concepts and themes in political science, particularly democracy and other political ideologies like conservatism, socialism, and liberalism. There will be some specific focus on Irish politics, on Irish political institutions, and also on the Irish electoral processes. So that is our 10-credit module, and that's the first module that will be rolled out. The next module is social research skills, and this module introduces students to the theory and practice of social research. So students really learn about the various information gathering techniques that they need to assist them in the organisation of data and the analysis of data. And this will be important to teachers who are teaching students how to write their citizenship report that's part of the assessment process. That is a 5-credit module. And the next module out then, the second part of the academic term, is the sociology of identity and belonging. And that matches the strand that we looked at earlier of identity and localization. Now this module is a really interesting module. It examines the key debates and the theories that relate specifically to the concepts of identity and belonging in a kind of a modernized, changing, globalized world. It questions the ideas that we have about identity and home, and our own understanding of home and our own identity, both real and imagined. The next one out then is the teaching methodology for politics and society. This module aims to provide students with, I suppose, a range of materials and resources and teaching methodologies that will allow them to create this type of democratic classroom that is required for politics and society, and providing, I suppose, a collaborative, participative learning environment for the students at second level. I'll go quickly then through the other ones. Introduction to Human Rights, Rights and Responsibilities. This is a very interesting feature of the Politics and Society programme. It examines the philosophical underpinnings or the origins of human rights and human rights law, and the significance of the position of human rights internationally and in terms of domestic policy and domestic law as well. And it talks about, we begin with the creation of the United Nations in 1948, and then subsequently the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. So it's quite an introductory program or module to human rights. The next module we talk about is a 5-credit module. This is equality and diversity, and this one really seeks to promote a full and comprehensive understanding of both concepts of equality and diversity, and the differences between both of those concepts. We look at issues in Ireland and issues in Europe. We look at their opportunities and their relevance and their application to our own daily lives. Next, we have social inclusion, civic engagement, and the modern state. This module examines the meaning of social inclusion and also civic engagement, both in conceptual terms and in practical application. We ask questions in this class relating to the role of citizenship and the role of active participation, and the challenges that we face in promoting social inclusion and active participation in a liberal democratic state. So we look at the constraints that are involved in doing that. And lastly, we have development and change, and this is one of my own modules again. This module provides a critical introduction to the sociological theories of development, so development theories. And we begin through a discussion of globalization, and we examine the various theories that are involved and the concepts which really underpin development or lack thereof in a modern globalized world, in terms of countries and their specific historical and geopolitical contexts. So that's really just an outline of the course module and what you can expect to learn over the 2 years. And I'll just take you on to the next slide. So I suppose, like all of our programs here in CLPD, we operate through a blended learning environment. So this requires really, for my program, this requires your attendance on campus here at NUIG for 2 Saturdays per academic term. So that's really just 4 Saturdays a year per year for 2 years. The workshops start at 9:30 and they finish at 5:30, and attendance at those lectures or workshops is a compulsory part of the program. Now, all of your other materials and resources will be accessible to you via our online virtual learning environment, which is called Blackboard. So essentially, rather than you coming to us, we bring the program to you through this web page called Blackboard, and you have your password and your credentials and you log in, and all of the materials and the assessment criteria that you need will be available to you in the specific folders per module. And I suppose this allows you to work through the program at a time of your own convenience and allows you to balance, personal and professional commitments as well. So these are our credits. We have 2 10-credit modules and 2 5-credit modules per year, and 4 Saturday workshops per year. In terms of the assessment, how do we assess the program? Happily, we have done away with exams. So there are no exams. There will be a range of other assessment techniques, which will involve maybe written assignments, written academic assignments. You'll be provided with support in terms of how to write in an academic style and structure a paper. There will also be a range of other online activities, maybe participation on discussion boards or multiple choice questionnaires. And again, a lot of those activities you will be doing at a time of your own convenience, okay, between particular between those modules. The award at the end of the day is a higher diploma in arts, politics and society. This is a level 8 program. It will provide you with 60 credits, which is the required number of credits to teach a subject at Leaving Cert level. And lastly, I'm giving you my contact details. My name is Lisa Walsh, as you know. This is my email. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions or queries about the program. I'm more than happy to help. This is my phone number as well, so you can get me directly there. And I've just included the link to the program. We have the brochures, some brochures here and some brochures downstairs. And at this point, I will thank you for your attention, and I'll open up the floor to questions. Don't all rush in at once.
Are you talking credits or what?
The credits. So
You need 60 credits to teach it, obviously.
60 credits, exactly. So for each module, you are awarded a particular number of credits, normally between 5 credits and 10 credits. So all of those credits should add up to 60 in order to enable you to teach a subject at Leaving Cert level. Yeah.
Do you need a teaching qualification to back that up then?
So the question is, do you need a teaching qualification to back that up? Yes, absolutely. As per normal practice, you need to have the postgraduate diploma in education or the master's in education. So this is not a substitute for that program. This is a program that's designed to provide the theoretical infrastructure for the teachers who are currently teaching it, or teachers like CPSE teachers who hope to teach it into the future.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. Anybody else? Everyone's gone very quiet. Do you need lollipops? Is that it? Okay, well listen, thanks very much for your attention. We'll talk again soon.